Hello and welcome back to the Gfinity Spring Masters. We have got the knockouts. We've done the group games. It's time for the business end of the competition. I'm back with Chris. Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, no, like this is the main part of the tournament, obviously, and yeah, there'll be some cracking games coming up. We've actually had a lot of really good games.
We've had some great games, particularly in the last round of games in the group there. We saw a lot of goals going in, and I'm sure that's going to continue here with two pretty big knockout games here. We've got HugeGorilla, also known as Spencer, the current Spring Masters champion. He won in the last tournament last month, versus the Greek. And then we have ChRiLFC, who's been tipped by our other caster here today, Dave, to win this whole thing. And he's taking on Graham, who we just saw score 6 goals, winning 6-2 in his final group game. So there's going to be goals. Spencer is known for scoring. The Greek's not been shy. He's been scoring a lot of goals. He just put 5 past Vinch. So I don't know who to go with. If I had to guess, I'd say Spencer and I'd say ChRiLFC. But anyone here is capable of winning this thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. Especially the Spencer match. I think he's been impressive so far. He's won his tournament. Won his group. Just winning the 2 games. The Greek has struggled through, but to be fair, maybe that's good for him. Maybe grinding out results, he'll be confident also.
Played an extra game. So yeah. Whilst that we've talked about today how that's a negative in many ways because you used an extra team and therefore you've got less teams left in the bank to use in this latter stage. However, just in terms of match practice and playing in the spotlight and under the pressure, it might help quite a lot because he feels maybe a little bit more on form, a little bit more practiced, and Spencer might feel a bit colder, if you like. But we can see the teams being used here. I think Spencer's going to be Real Madrid in that one, and the Greek must be Portugal, because I'm pretty sure Spencer's used Portugal already. And then we've got FC Bayern versus Chelsea in the other clash. So it's good. We've got 4 different teams on display here. I'm trying to spot any interesting formational choices, but it looks pretty straightforward. Cuadrado and Hazard essentially playing in the centre mid for Chelsea, which is a little bit out of the ordinary. Muller also playing in a centre mid position there. Pretty traditional choices across the park for the rest of the teams there. And Quaresma up front with Ronaldo for Portugal. And then obviously we've got Ronaldo for both teams in that game, and he's scored a lot of goals. He's definitely the top goal scorer in today's tournament. We've not been keeping count, but I'd say he's scored at least 20 goals, Ronaldo, across the games today. And so we're going to have Real Madrid versus Portugal and Chelsea versus Bayern. So now you've seen those team choices, has that changed your thoughts on who might win them?
No, not really. I'm actually backing Graham for the ChRiLFC Graham match.
Okay.
But no, I think HugeGorilla will take his game. And yeah, no, I think Graham's got a chance here with that Chelsea team.
We've got some really interesting knockout games coming up after this, of course. We've got Epsilon Rocky taking on Vitality Brian, and we have Alex, the Welshman with a very difficult name to say, taking on Bruce Granick. So whoever, obviously these are quarter-finals now, guys. These are knockout, again over 2 games. So whoever goes through and whoever loses is out. Whoever goes through is into the semis. The winners of these 2 games will be playing each other. So the winner, for instance, if Spencer was to win and ChRiLFC was to win, we'd be seeing them 2 take each other on. Or if it was the Greek and Graham, then we'd see a Greek versus Graham semi-final. So, we can pretty much plot the way the tournament could go, but we just can't pick between the guys playing. There's just so much talent on display, and a lot of it's going to come down to team selection now. I think if you've saved the good teams to this moment in the tournament, you've got a huge advantage. Spencer is a case in point here. He has got Real Madrid, which is 100% the first choice across the board for everyone here. And the only saving grace for the Greek there is that he's got Ronaldo as well with Portugal.
Yeah, but I think he's really got a big task here. Portugal against Real Madrid. I know it's Ronaldo versus Ronaldo, but the backup, the Real Madrid squad as a whole is so much better than Portugal's team. It's like just because of player expectations, and Spencer is the favourite going into this game, and he has the better team.
Yeah, you definitely say 100% that the Greek is the underdog here. But he knows that. He'll know that, especially with the team selection. So maybe he's going to try and use that to his advantage and encourage himself and, take the pressure off his shoulders and put it quite squarely with Spencer. So one thing we do know about Spencer is that pressure doesn't seem to get to him. We talked a lot about this at the first Spring Masters, about how he might struggle in his first LAN event. He's been an online player, but he absolutely smashed it last time round. Won the final, beat some pretty well-experienced FIFA players on the way, And he looks set to do the same thing again today, potentially. Like, he doesn't seem to be put off by the stage, no matter how big, no matter how many people are watching. So definitely interesting to see how he gets on here as for one of the first times, actually, in this tournament, a proper favourite. No longer an underdog. He's a past tournament winner. People are shouting him out, saying he can win. He's got to be able to... And that tag's not going to go anywhere. If he keeps playing like this, he's going to always be known as a favourite. So he needs to get used to that, essentially, get used to being the person that everyone wants to be, the person that everyone wants to knock off the top of the pedestal.
Yeah, no, it's, I haven't seen this rise from a FIFA player in the UK for quite some time. I'd say over the last 2 years, Taz has been that player, coming to UK tournaments especially, where everyone's looking at him to win, or Ty Walton before that. But yeah, this guy's rise is from, 6 months ago, starting to play on Gfinity this year. And now, we're looking at that bracket and one name's sticking out.
Interesting that there's no Benzema starting for Real Madrid in there. No James Rodriguez either, not used. So it's quite big omissions there, particularly when you consider that the weakest part of that Portugal team is those fullbacks, a 70 rated left back. You want to get down the wings and attack that. But the good thing is Gareth Bale is his opposite number, so that is where you've got the strong winger. On the other side, he had Jesse Rodriguez, who's not a massively high-rated player, but obviously he's got a lot of pace and can do a lot of damage. We've kicked off in the one game there. FC Bayern versus Chelsea is underway between ChRiLFC and Graham, and HugeGorilla versus the Greek. Real Madrid versus Portugal is going to start any second now. Let's go full screen on that Real Madrid game and get in closer to the action. Interesting, Cohen Trowell making the lineup for Real Madrid, but not Portugal, where you'd expect him to be more popular with Portugal. I don't know if that's an omission from the squad. He's not in there, but you'd definitely expect Cohen Trowell to be playing for Portugal normally, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think that will most likely be down to a squad update, I guess. I'm not sure what the Portugal squad looks like at the moment. But yeah, you wouldn't leave him out and have a sort of 70 rated fullback in there in front of him.
I didn't see him on the bench either, so I'm guessing he's just not in the squad, although I can't remember if we'd seen him earlier today for Portugal or not. I'm sure some of the viewers at home will know. Now, here we go, so 0-0 still, 5 minutes in. 2 legs, don't forget these games are over 2 legs, so there's no immediate danger to conceding an early-ish goal. There's plenty of time to get back in it. Here's Portugal on the ball, and it's the big man Cristiano Ronaldo, lays it off to Nani, who goes to Carvalho. Ronaldo, he's been dispossessed by Sami Khedira. And here we have the other Ronaldo, his opposite number, in the Real Madrid white. Gareth Bale on the right-hand side. Can he get down there and attack that weak link, that left-back, that 70-rated left-back for Portugal? Here's Carvalho. He goes to Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, can he get a ball into the box? There's a pass on there if he can get away with it, but it's a good tackle from Gomez at left-back, and Alves plays the ball long to Cristiano. Heads it down to Quaresma. Going to get picked up by Danny on the left flank. Quaresma is dispossessed here. And he's getting the ball back though. It's quite a quick recovery from the Portugal team. Nani is going to go inside to Moutinho. One thing I'd say, having watched Spencer quite a lot now, HugeGorilla, is he tends to come into games quite late. I find that he doesn't necessarily start the brightest, but he ends well.
Okay, to be fair, that's a good trait as a FIFA player to have. Ending any game well, it is sort of naturally, but...
Oh, almost started it well there with a header.
Ideally, you'll analyse your opponent for like the first 30 minutes, maybe the first half of a sort of two game match, and figure out their weaknesses, and maybe that's something he does, rather than just going gung-ho from the first whistle and possibly exposing himself, for conceding an early goal if he gets it all wrong.
Gomez at left back is potentially going to be dispossessed. He's done well, and so far that weak link has not put a foot wrong. Carvalho, no, he does loses the ball there. And Danny on the ball here for, Modric for Real Madrid, plays it into Ronaldo. Ronaldo does well to get the ball back. Gareth Bale loses it again. And Real Madrid not really done too much apart from that headed attempt. Ronaldo for Portugal going through, creating space. Look at the pace. I mean, how can you defend against that? He just runs in a straight line. There's nothing you can do.
No, but I definitely think there's an interesting battle that's going to occur on that right wing for a Bale against that left back.
It's a ball through for Nani. Can he get on that? It's poor. Oh, it's a good save from Casillas. And he'll be kicking himself for not taking that as the underdog. Going 1-0 up would have been huge.
Nearly gets a penalty there, actually. But, good early pressure from the Greek.
Spencer is the Real Madrid team in the white here, you can see, and the Greek is playing as Portugal. These teams, in case you're not familiar with the rules, have been pre-selected. Each person picked 7 teams they could use in a maximum of 6 games. They can't use the same team twice. So various things have meant that these are the teams these guys are left with. Obviously Spencer played 1 less game in the group, so he was able to pull out a big team like Real Madrid, whereas the Greek had to go through the full 3 games to get through. And as a result, Portugal is now who he's left with here. And he's obviously going to have some other teams in the bank in case he does get through, but they could be getting weaker and weaker, we don't know. And obviously it's open to interpretation, what team is strong and what team is weak. Everyone plays differently.
You know, we've seen like the top, like the same 5 teams. We haven't seen sort of many rare selections. Like we've seen 1 Roma, I think, from Sterling Status, but mainly it's been now Dortmund, Portugal, Madrid, Chelsea. Couple Bayern Munich's in there.
Looking on the list of teams we're yet to see, and we may never see, we've got teams like Argentina, we've got teams like Man City, PSG, France, Germany. Some really interesting choices in there. Like you say, we have seen Roma once. Juventus as well as another team that we could see at one point. But it looks like, unless people are forced into a corner pulling some of those teams out, we might not see some of the more controversial names. Here's a chance for Gareth Bale, and he puts it in, and it's 1-0 to Spencer. And this guy, he's good. He's very good at FIFA, there's no doubt about that. He's 1-0 up here, and Portugal now will be kicking themselves not taking that chance earlier with Nani, and they're going to have to come back and score. They're going to have to score.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you play it now for the Greek. To go 1-0 down and sort of very early in a two-game tie against the tournament favourite, and you're playing against Real Madrid. How do you sort of deal with that?
Here's Gareth Bale. Is he going to double the lead for Real Madrid? It's a good tackle there from Gomez again, having a decent game at left back. I'm not sure if that was Gomez actually, but he's doing okay. Ball in, his head is free. What a diving header that was. Who was that? Is it Carvajal? It was a lovely effort. I love a good diving header. Reminded me of RVP in the World Cup against Spain. Great header that was. And here's Danny for Portugal. Comes inside very nicely, and he's going to go around the second man. He's still got it. He's still going. He puts it inside to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, was that a foul? It was a foul. It's his prime time free kick territory. We've got Ronaldo over it. 26 yards out. Surely he's going to strike this one. He's going to hit it. Cristiano. No, he's not. He's laid it off to Quaresma, to Nani, to Carvalho. Oh, no. What a waste. Why would you not hit that?
No, to be fair, free kick. I don't see many free kicks going from there.
You obviously don't watch me enough, mate.
But what's your sort of free kick ratio then? Would you say?
Well, I tend not to dwell on ratios, but no, it's not amazing. But I'd say that my ratio this year is probably better than it has been in any other game.
Okay.
I don't know if that's only in certain free kicks. That range for me on a right footer is really nice, and I think it's definitely doable. But you know, it all comes down to, oh, hello, lovely bit of skill from Ronaldo. Oh, off the post. Spencer almost doubling his lead, going 2-0 up there. This guy's the real deal. There's no doubt about that. Or should I say the Real Deal, seeing as he's played with Real Madrid. Yeah, I think the free kicks, often it comes down a little bit to timing with your opponent, if they get the player on the line at the right time and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, we've seen one go in today, I think, just one with Eden Hazard. Be good to see some more at some stage.
Yeah, I think that was the Nino's goal. But yeah, no, I must admit my own success from free kicks hasn't been good this year, and I've found them really difficult. So I'm not sure if other players also find them really difficult to score from.
If you want, we can arrange some lessons.
Yeah, please, yeah.
I'm joking, of course. This guy, I'm pretty confident that I'd lose, but maybe I'll get a free kick, and you never know. So 1-0 here. It's just had the half-time whistle. Real Madrid looking good right now. Spencer feeling confident, I'm sure. And he was the favourite, and it would have been a weight off his shoulders when he got that goal, and he could double it here. Ronaldo trying maybe a little bit too much, but he's earned that right. He's earned the right to play, as they say. And here's Nani coming down the middle. The Greek needs a goal at some point. This is half-time, just gone half-time in this first leg. So he's over a quarter way through the tie now. Nice bit of skill from Ronaldo, coming inside, doing a couple of men there, and he's going to... No, I thought he could have got a penalty almost, but not quite.
Yeah, I think that was just the right amount of pressure to not give a penalty away. So, yeah, really good defending by Spencer there. And actually, I noticed in the game that Greek did play with Real Madrid, how dangerous he was with Ronaldo. He scored that excellent goal where he cut inside, then busted it in the sort of near corner. So that was sort of, we've seen little signs of it throughout the game, but that was the first real sign of Ronaldo being dangerous in the Greeks' possession.
And that's the thing that's so key about Ronaldo is when he does do good things for people, it tends to be a one-man show. It tends to be something they do on their own with Ronaldo. So yes, the rest of the Portugal team is weak, but when it comes to Ronaldo versus Ronaldo, he doesn't really need anyone else. You get the ball to him. It's more about, I guess it's more about the defenders he's against. And with Spencer, he's against, inferior defenders trying to do these impressive skills with Ronaldo to go around people. Whereas when the Portugal Ronaldo does it, he's coming against the likes of Sergio Ramos instead of Bruno Alves.
Yep, no, that's very true. But it's a lot of FIFA games do come down to who sort of uses Ronaldo better in the Real Madrid ties.
Gareth Bale got a lot of room in his right-hand side. He's kept that on. That looks certain to go out. It's a mistake at the back there from the Greek, giving it away to Gareth, but I think we've got an offside or a foul or something. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a free kick for Spencer, actually. Gareth Bale, is he going to shoot this? It's quite far wide. It seems quite a tight angle to shoot from. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing here. Looks like he's playing it in for a cross, looking for the header, and unsuccessful there. And Quaresma can try and mount some kind of counter-attack here. There's a ball on into the middle, which he's played. Bosingwa has ran forward. That's what you want a good fast defender to do in that situation, is if you can see your team needs backup to go. But Jesse Rodriguez is going to go through here. It's going to be a goal. Oh, and it's 2-0. Cristiano Ronaldo with another one. And Spencer is going to be feeling very good about himself right now. 2-0 up. And with more than one game to go still, I still don't believe that Portugal have got enough to get back in this.
Yeah, no, it was a good goal by Spencer, and it's going to be really hard for the Greek now. It's a sort of, he lost the possession quite easily in the midfield, and it just turned out to be an easy through ball to Spencer to put Jesse through.
The only way that I can see the Greek getting back in this is if he can find some kind of ruthless efficiency with his chances and really take literally every opening he gets, which he hasn't had that sort of efficiency so far, and he's going to need it, because I would put, not my house, but maybe like a caravan, which I don't have a caravan, but if I had one, I'd put it on Spencer scoring another goal in this tie at some point, at least one more.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, but to be fair, the Greeks come back before from a 2-0 deficit against Stern Status, and even in that game we thought he was well out of it. Yeah,
we've seen him do it before. I feel like Spencer is one of the highest calibers opponent. Yeah. Not to take anything away from Stern Status, great player as well, but Spencer just seems like he believes that his name's on the trophy already, and it's a mistake at the back there from Portugal. You can't afford to make it with Ronaldo on the prow. It's going to be a goal. No, it's not. Saved by the keeper. That was a very tight angle to try and score from. Ronaldo, one of the few people that you could actually expect to score from there. But it didn't work out from that time for Spencer.
Yeah, no, it's a great dribble into the box by Spencer, and again, the Greek losing the ball in a dangerous sort of section of the pitch.
Here's Ronaldo. Oh, hello. Oh, if he got away then and he was going to be through, and it could have been lights out, game over, someone get this guy a taxi. But it's not. It's still in. It's only 2-0. He's got more than one game to score in terms of time. It's only the first leg, and 2 goals isn't an unmountable, achievement. It's definitely doable. We can see 2 goals scored in very short succession sometimes. I think if Spencer gets the third, we could be looking at a danger area for the Greek. But right now, he just needs to remain calm, stop making defensive errors, and try and make some things happen in the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, no, definitely. Maybe sort of coming and slowing the play down for 5-10 minutes would help the Greek out here, because he needs to really get a foothold in this game.
Ronaldo to Modric. Modric to Khedira. He's got a few options here. What's he going to do? Sami Khedira holds it up, looks for the ball to Gareth Bale, but it's cut out. If we can get a Portugal goal here towards the end, that would make for a really interesting second leg. But the longer we watch this, and the closer Spencer gets to scoring a third, the closer it looks like Spencer's going to take home this tie. That's a lovely bit of skill from Ronaldo, but that's what I'm talking about, those high-quality defenders able to cut it out. It's just not happening for Portugal.
Yeah, no, the way the Greeks playing, actually, it only takes, one attack like that, one sort of body feint with Ronaldo, and he could be through.
Quaresma, he's rode the challenge, but what a sliding tackle from Sergio Ramos. I was confident Quaresma was going to get a shot away there, but he didn't.
Yeah, no, I thought he was through there as well, but a great challenge by Spencer. Good defending, and to be fair, with 5 minutes left, that was a worthwhile challenge to make, because even if you get sent off, we're now going into a second game anyway. So
exactly, it won't. Obviously, that red card will be. It won't carry over, so you can afford to do that. I saw Spencer utilising the offside trap instruction there. Is that something that you'd do yourself?
I don't honestly. I think, yeah, my skill level this year isn't as high to sort of bring that into my game.
It's definitely something difficult to pull off. You have to be quite assured of yourself and how it works and how the best to use it. I think that one.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, if it goes wrong, then it really badly goes wrong normally.
And there's the final whistle in that first leg. So Spencer feeling pretty good there. 2-0 victory. It's still 0-0 in the other game between FC Bayern and Chelsea. It's going to be 90 minutes any second. The whistle will go. So that one's all to play for. And we'll have to tune into that game in the second leg, find out a little bit more about that one. You can see the last few seconds of that match happening there between Chelsea and Real Madrid. ChRiLFC and Graham. Nothing to tell between the two teams yet, unless we can get a late goal. Chelsea on the break here. The whistle's surely going to be going any second now. Diego Costa running with the ball for Chelsea though, goes to Willian, and if he can get an opening now, this would be a great time to score, but it's a free kick for FC Bayern, and I imagine we're going to see the final whistle go very shortly after this is taken. Just switching it there. I think FCB are happy to take the 0-0 into the second leg here, not worth taking the risk of conceding unless we can get something very late. Oh no, there is the whistle. So there's a 0-0 there, so we're going to go to the ChRiLFC game, I think, versus Graham for the second leg, just to mix it up a little bit and show some more of that game. They've obviously got to set their teams up, and we've seen the Portugal Real Madrid game also being set up now. I'm not sure if there's any notable changes. I know that Portugal are going to have to go for this and try and get a couple goals. They've changed their left back round. They're not going with Gomez. They're going. They just haven't set it up yet. He's going to go with Gomez by the looks of things. And yeah, definitely no Cohen Trau in there. So I'm not sure exactly what happened to him.
Yeah, no,
maybe not in the squad. Maybe he's injured. Maybe he's tired from international football.
Yeah, possibly injured for the last round of sort of international football.
Okay, both teams getting their stuff set up here. Ribery up front with Lewandowski currently. I'm not sure if that's going to stay like that for FC Bayern. Chelsea set up, but looking pretty traditional in there. No big shocks. Two up front, Remy and Costa. Is he going to start like that? That's definitely not been seen so far.
Yeah, no, he started Costa there last game. So the first start Costa got
outside. Yeah, exactly. Outside of Graham. Yeah. Is Graham Chelsea in this one?
Not too
sure. We're not sure. We'll find out about that one. But whoever's playing as Chelsea there is yeah. It's good to see Diego Costa start, because it frustrates me as a player and a fan of the game when players that are that good in real life and that integral to their team are kind of chosen to not be that integral in FIFA. For me, that means the game's got something wrong. And obviously, whoever's playing as Chelsea here is thinking that Diego Costa is useful and is worth a start. And for me, whilst playing them both is great, if you are talking about subbing one on and one off, Remy's surely the better impact sub with that additional pace. And if it's not like Diego Costa is, he's actually quite fast for the sort of player he is. People don't expect him to have the pace he does. He's not Remy fast, but he's not slow.
Yeah, no, I agree. I actually quite, I think it's really beneficial in a lot of these guys, in how a lot of these guys play, because I think his agility is quite good for a big guy. I don't know, like his burst of acceleration is good. Maybe, chasing a chip through ball, over 30 yards doesn't suit him. But I think in and around the box and quick darts, quick body feints, I think, Costa's a fair shout. He's
a really good all-round striker for me, especially an ultimate team. And we can see FC Bayern turning the width down to almost 0 on the team instructions there. Obviously going to be playing a narrow game, not too worried about the danger of crosses, perhaps, from the wide men, wanting to try and dominate the midfield, the central midfield particularly. And this is a big game. This is a knockout game, so you can see why these guys are taking their time setting the teams up exactly how they want them to be going into the second leg of these quarter-finals. But FC Bayern and Chelsea are ready, and as soon as that kicks off, we're going to jump into the action on that game to see exactly what's going down there. 0-0 on aggregate, so whatever happens in this second game will determine who goes through. If it's a draw after 90 minutes, we'll go to a third match, silver goal. Let's get over to the Bayern Munich Stadium for Bayern Munich versus Chelsea. Here we go. So, for me, these guys are both sort of viewed as the second best teams in the game. seems like Chelsea have got the nod over Bayern today in terms of who's second best to Real Madrid. Is that how you see it, or do you prefer Bayern personally?
Yeah, I definitely prefer Chelsea actually. I think Bayern last year were definitely the number 2 team. I just think because they lack a quick striker, that's why Chelsea are preferred. I think Remy adds a lot to that Chelsea team.
Thomas Müller, Lewandowski, Robben. Can we see an early goal here for FC Bayern? ChRiLFC playing as Bayern, of course. Robben needs to get back on his left foot, and for me that's the weakness with Robben, because he is so one-footed. When you see him go through, you almost always know what he's going to have to do. Yes, you don't know when he's going to do it, but you know if he's running down that right-hand side, he's going to need to get it on his left at some point. So it's a little bit annoying, but when he does get it on that left, what a left foot it is.
Yeah, well, the sort of main way to finish on this game as well, running like towards that inner post and then hitting it in with your right foot isn't a weakness either. I think Robben is definitely capable of doing that. Yeah,
and then that obviously is something that they won't expect. So it's quite a good way of thinking, I'm actually not going to go on my left, I'm going to keep it here.
Yeah.
So it's 0-0 in this leg, 10 minutes into the game now. We've got 80 minutes of football left to play in this second leg. And one goal could be all it takes for this one, because we've had a shortage of chances, a shortage of shots on goal. And whoever gets that first goal, if we get one at all, is going to look very good for booking a place in the semi-finals. Oh, it's a great ball in. Oh, he's got there. I did not think he was going to get there, but he has. And Graham has taken the lead. You said Graham was the man to do this. I know that Dave and also myself was looking at Chris from Malta to do this one, but no, it's actually Graham who's taken the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, no, in all honesty, I wouldn't have sort of gone pre-tournament and said, yeah, Graham's got to win today. It's just from how he's been playing today, he just seems to have a bit of confidence. You see him there in the sort of player booth, or like especially in previous games, sort of really getting into it and getting excited. I don't know, I quite like that when players.
He could be getting a second one here. Like Remy's gone through. Is he going to shoot? Good save from Neuer with the bottom of his leg. Wow.
He just tried to hurry that second shot as well, and didn't even have the ball and tried to shoot there.
Robben to Ribery. Back to Robben. Dispossessed here. Graham looking pretty good right now.
I wonder if we'll see our first clean sheet of the day.
We've not had a single clean sheet.
No.
Over 2 legs, you're right. We have seen one.
Oh, sorry, do we?
Bruce versus the Ox finished 2-0. We've had a couple, actually. Alex was over the Greek was 1-0. But yeah, we've had 3.
Oh, sorry, that was my...
That is false information.
No,
I'm sorry, I can't allow you to say that again.
That was bad, sorry.
No, but you're right, though. We haven't seen many. Over 2 legs, it is difficult.
I don't think I've commentated one. So
okay,
yeah,
that's what it is.
That's my excuse.
It's your first clean sheet. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Actually, I don't want to see a clean sheet. I want people to keep on scoring goals.
I think it's impressive to see one time every now and then, because, like you say, it's 180 minutes of football, and whoever you are, whatever team you are, you're against someone who is very good at the game, using one of the 7 best teams in the game, in their opinion. To not concede 1 goal over 2 legs is really an impressive defensive feat.
You know, yeah, it's very good when, like, I know in the past, especially in single elim tournaments, you sometimes see players that make it all the way to finals without conceding goals.
Crazy. Like Remy could be getting a second goal here. Wow. Nice. Manuel Neuer was absolutely powerless to stop that. You see Graham blowing a kiss there. He's confident, this guy, and he's got good reason to be. 2-0 up against someone who won their group with 2 wins, and he's done it the hard way, using 4 teams over these 4 games, instead of only playing 3 like ChRiLFC has. But right now, he's the one who's going to be laughing, because he's going to be in the semi-finals, and ChRiLFC is going to be crashing out as things stand. There's been a goal in the other game. What's happened?
Yeah, no, Spencer just went 1-0 up, so that is
3-0.
Is that 3-0 on aggregate? Sort of Ronaldo got clear on goal. The defender actually intercepted the sort of pass going across goal, but then sort of intercepted it into Benzema's pass, and he just sort of tapped it in an empty net. So a bit unfortunate for the Greek there. But yeah, Spencer looks to have shored that game up. 3-0 ahead. It's going to be a real tough task for the Greek.
So if things stay as they are, we're going to see a Spencer versus Graham semi-final. That's going to be a hell of a match if we get there. We could still see some changes. You know, it's only 2-0 in this game here. We're watching FC Bayern versus Chelsea, ChRiLFC versus Graham. All ChRiLFC has to do is get a goal, you know, in the next sort of 40-50 minutes to make it interesting for a late push. One more goal for Graham could be all it takes, though.
Yeah, no, I think there'll definitely be a fight back from ChRiL here. I trust Dave's instincts in supporting
Ball
ChRiL.
through. Chris is going to score, surely. Yes, he is, and that's what we're talking about.
I thought he was going to miss that.
He took everyone was expecting, I think, him to go bottom left, finesse quite quickly.
Yeah.
He didn't, and you think, oh no, he's messed it up, he's taken too long. No, he got it.
Yeah, and it was nice and calm in the end.
After a 0-0 first leg, we've got 3 goals inside half an hour.
I'm not sure what's happened. I thought it would obviously stay tight. Then again, I was surprised the first leg was 0-0 because these players have scored a lot of goals between them today.
And you've got Chelsea playing 2 up front, quite an aggressive formation. With not only does that mean you've got a good chance of scoring, probably leaves you a little bit more open in the midfield and potential for counter-attacks. So I don't know if that was a formation they used in the first game. Maybe it's been a formational change on one of the teams that's opened the game up a little bit, or maybe it's just the case of people taking their chances. But we've seen 3 goals inside the first half here. As things stand, Graham's still going to be going through, but Chris is by no means out of it. He just needs 1 goal and it'll be 2-2, and we'll be going to a third game silver goal situation. And we've had another goal in the other match. Portugal scored 1. They've actually just scored another one, making it 2-1, and that's a very interesting turn of events in the Portugal-Real Madrid game. It is now 3-2 on aggregate. Last time I looked at that screen, it was 3-0 to Spencer, and now it's 3-2.
Yeah, no, that's a great comeback by the Greek, and a comeback again, actually, not his first today.
Unbelievable scenes at the Bernabeu over there, but here we are at the Allianz Arena for FC Bayern, and it is still 2-1 down to Chelsea, and Graham looking good, holding his lead. But we'll have to keep an eye, and we'll keep you updated on that other game in case there is another goal, because right now it's looking tense. In fact, both games only got 1 goal in them right now.
Yeah, no, that goal has definitely made things interesting.
Oh, Robben's gone through for Bayern. Can he make it 2-2? Surely he's going to. And that's, he's used his left foot there. He's used the outside of his left, and he has that prominence to do that. That's what I'm saying. If he had a stronger weak foot, surely he would have gone with a finesse, bottom right, just a little tap in on the right foot.
Players also have that outside of foot.
Outside of the foot trait. That's what it is, isn't it? I think that's a realistic trait as well, because Robben is so reluctant to use his right foot. And you've seen it before. A really good example this season was actually seen with the Tottenham player Lamela in the Europa League. I don't know if you saw the Rabona goal that he scored.
Oh yeah.
Rather than hit it on his left foot, he did a Rabona on his right, and it went. It was an amazing goal, but it showed you would have been a very easy shot to hit on his weak foot, but he decided not to. But it's amazing to me how much confidence professional footballers can lack on their weak foot. You'd think that they'd all have pretty well-rounded abilities, but it's not always the case.
I do always think that. And it was a shame there, because we've seen so many goals today where you just hit it into the sort of, the near post with your favoured or the outside foot.
Yeah, and it's a classic goal in this game. One of the most assured goals, I think, if you get in that area. But Robben just decided to outside the boot it, and that's a good example when the trait works against you. There are times when it helps you, having that outside the boot ability, for sure. Maybe if you're a little bit further inside the box and you have the ball fall to your feet and you can just sort of scoop it out of them, it's quite useful. But there, definitely worked against Robben and against ChRiLFC. And it's still 2-1, half-time in that game. We're about to have half-time in the other game as well, also 2-1 in that match. But Spencer leading it 3-2 on aggregate. And this one was 0-0 in the first leg, so the score you see is the score in the overall game as well, which is 2-1 to Graham. ChRiLFC with 1 goal for FC Bayern. Still plenty of time. We've got 45 minutes left to get just 1 goal to even it up. But Loic Remy, he tried the ball across to Diego Costa. A striker assist from one striker to another, but he couldn't get it across, and ChRiLFC lives to die another day. Can he get a goal? If he can just get 1 goal, it's going to make it a very interesting finish. The third goal could be the winner, or we could be going for another silver goal situation in a third tie.
I've got a feeling this game's going to go to silver goal. I'm not sure why. But
they're both very good players.
Yeah.
And here's Robben. Schweinsteiger. Poor pass. And Chelsea going to come away with the ball. Have they got a chance to make something here? Willian looking for the ball over the top to Loic Remy. Loic Remy's going to make that. He's going to keep it on. No, he's not. It was disappointing, actually. I expect him to get there. Normally, he seemed to run a little bit of a interesting route to the ball there. And here's Lewandowski. Goes into Robben. Robben tries to get around Gary Cahill, I think it was, but Cahill just had too much strength. And Eden Hazard plays the ball to Loic Remy now for Chelsea. Willian back to Remy. Remy goes back to Zuma. Zuma to Felipe Luis. Just killed the momentum of that move a little bit there, but most importantly is that they've kept possession. Zuma trying a long ball. What a ball to Diego Costa. Hit it. No, surely you've got to put that bottom left across the keeper.
Yeah, no,
just
I agree.
Absolutely smash it. He's tried to go bottom right, and if you're going to do the bottom right, you need to finesse it. But that was not the angle on there.
No, yeah. As soon as he touched that down, I was expecting just to power that in the bottom left-hand corner.
Diego Costa's definitely got that in his locker, but he's got that. He's a poacher. He's a fox in the box. And right now, Chris is not happy to see that particular fox. He's just scored, made it 3-1. Graham has got that trademark kiss to the camera that he does when he scores. And he's definitely one of the most passionate players on display here today, Graham. He's always good for a reaction, whether he scores or concedes. And he's looking good to book a place in the semi-final now. 3-1 up. What a finish from Diego Costa just seconds after he missed what was almost certainly a goal-scoring opportunity. And it's 2-2 in this game. Spencer has scored a second goal in the Real Madrid-Portugal game, extending his lead to 2 goals again. 4-2 on aggregate. Spencer looking pretty good. And right now we're set for a Spencer versus Graham semi-final.
Yeah, no, both players there almost simultaneously scored at the same time and sort of assuring their 2-goal leads again.
Yeah, it's going to take something pretty special from Chris's FC Bayern or from the Portugal of... who's playing against Spencer? It's the Greek. The Greek. Oh. The Greek has got 20 minutes and we've got half an hour on the clock here. Just seen FC Bayern go for a 4-2-4 formation. Arguably the most attacking formation available.
Yeah, no, that's fair, I'd say.
He needs 2 goals
left.
He needs 2 goals minimum. So you've got to create those goals. He is going to open himself up to a counter-attack situation. And Chelsea have got the ball now. If they can score one more, it'll be pretty much over. It'll be 4-1 on aggregate. But if Bayern can go up the other end now and get one, it's going to make for a really good finale to this match. Lewandowski, ball through to Ribery. He's going to make it. What was that? What did he do there? I don't know what he was trying to do there, if he was trying to pass it in and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do like a free ball to the back post.
Very frustrating. It's a good chance. Look at this 4-2-4. You can really see how attacking it is with 4 guys essentially up front. Müller plays it through to Frank Ribery. Ribery back to Müller. Oh, it's great defending from Cesar Azpilicueta, I think. It's good. Oh, but wait, Müller's still got it. FC Bayern are getting chances, but this is what happens when you lose the ball with this 4-2 formation. You're really, really open, and Chelsea can go on the counter-attack now with essentially a non-existent FC Bayern midfield.
Yeah, and this is where, like, when you're ahead of the game like this, you really have to take advantage of these counter-attacks. Because so many times, if you're up in a game like this, you can get a little bit incomplacent and keep losing the ball on attacks, like. Can't think of who's in this game again.
We've got Graham versus Chris.
Yeah, no. So sometimes like Krill will be high pressing and sort of winning the ball back as soon as possible on attacks.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a goal. When someone goes 4-2-4, you almost certainly see a goal of some kind. It either goes for the team going 4-2-4 or they get hit on the counter-attack. And we could be getting that goal now. Robert Lewandowski on the ball, looking for Thomas Müller, who goes to Mario Götze, the World Cup winning goal scorer. Thomas Müller to Robben. Can he get a shot away? He's just crowded out by an absolute load of Chelsea players marking him there. I think he has 3 men on him. Here's Robben. Can he get a chance? Müller, FC Bayern looking pretty good. Lewandowski's going to go through. He's going to score. He's going to score. Courtois with some of the longest legs from Belgium. And, wow, I mean, that was massive. That was a goal. If he put it away like we expected him to, it would have been 3-2, all to play for. But that save from Courtois is exactly why he's in the team instead of Petr Cech.
Yeah, no, that was a big chance for Krill. I thought he could have maybe taken it one step further just to guarantee the angle there. Just hurried the shot a little bit, and Courtois comes up with the save.
Mario Götze inside to Schweinsteiger, to Lewandowski, to Thomas Müller. Get the shot away. It's got to be now. Courtois again says access denied. No goal for FC Bayern. One of those chances I think had to go in for Chris. I mean, there's still time. But for me, the mental effect of not scoring both of them is going to start weighing on him now. He's going to start questioning whether he's got it in his locker. And Willian could go forward and end things here. Diego Costa has fallen to Hazard. Manuel Neuer saying to Courtois, anything you can do, I can do better. He is the World Cup winner after all. He knows exactly what it means to play at the highest level, this goalkeeper. So doing very well from there. And we're getting very close to the end of the game. We're getting very close to the end of the game in the other game as well. 2-2 in that match. It's been a decent performance from Portugal and from the Greek, but I don't think it's going to be enough though. The final whistle has blown there. So Spencer, aka HugeGorilla, is through. Our first semi-finalist confirmed. 4-2 on aggregate against the Greek. We have to say well done to the Greek, who played a good tournament. There's some pretty impressive games, lots of goals, and did well to score 2 against Madrid with Portugal there, but it wasn't enough. And Spencer books his place in the semi-finals. The winner of this match will be his opponent, and right now it's going to be Graham.
Yeah, Graham again has played really well. Sort of good attacking football on show. But again, like ChRiLFC had its chances.
If Muller can get a goal now, what a tackle! That could have easily been a penalty.
It could have, yeah. And that's 2 big challenges actually in the sort of last 30 minutes that Graham's put in.
That goal then would have really just made it a nail-biting last few minutes, but it looks like it's going to be wrapped up pretty comfortably for Graham. 3-1 the score for his Chelsea boys against FC Bayern. And it's unfortunate, but we're going to be losing ChRiLFC, who was Dave's pick for the tournament. May I remind Dave, if he's watching out there anywhere, you did get this run wrong, pal. Sorry, mate. But unless he can surprise us all, it looks like Graham's going to be taking this one home, and we're going to see Spencer versus Graham in the semis.
Yeah, but I think that's another big underdog story actually. Like Graham last tournament got knocked out in the group stage, and I'm sure he'd have been really disappointed in that. But yeah, what a great response from the last tournament.
Oh, can we see a last-minute goal? Mistake at the back, a nonchalant defending from Gary Cahill, but FC Bayern yet again failed to capitalise on the mistakes. And the whistle's going to go any second now. Oh, Graham is really making mistakes at the back, and he's going to shoot himself, well, in the foot if it backfires on him, but it didn't there. Graham's taking risks, unnecessary risks.
Yeah, and I think he can count himself a little bit lucky here. He hasn't played well in this last 20 minutes. He hasn't dealt with being ahead very well.
Wow. That would have been a great way of dealing with being ahead.
Yeah, no, it would have been.
That would have been one of the goals of the tournament. The knockdown there on the volley as well. But Manuel Neuer said no. And no, but you're right. You're definitely right. He has to count himself lucky, because FC Bayern could have scored a few goals there if they'd been a little bit more clinical. But it's all over. Graham is through. He's won 3-1 on aggregate. And we're going to be saying goodbye to Chris from today's tournament. He'll be back tomorrow, though, with more potential to do well, even further than the quarterfinals, perhaps in the Ultimate Team competition. But we know our first semi-final. It's going to be Spencer or HugeGorilla versus Graham. And who do you think is going to win that one? Yeah,
no, again, you'd have to back Spencer, I think, just because he's the pre-tournament favourite and he's playing well. Although I'd be a bit concerned how he sort of let the Greek come back into that game in the last match. Yeah,
he was looking good, but he did go and get the other goal. So he allowed him to get back, and then he said, actually, no, let me remind you who's boss here. We're actually going to get the bracket up on the screen for you now so you guys can see exactly what that means for the tournament. We've got HugeGorilla going through, Graham going through in that first semi-final. You can see it on the screen now. And then we've got the next quarterfinals coming up next. We've got Alex versus Bruce Granick, and we've got Epsilon Rocky versus Vitality Brian. So one of those, or two of those four are going to be in the other semi-final. One of those four will make it through to the final. We've got the next quarterfinals coming up very soon, but for now we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere.